Hello friends, welcome back to your own channel Engineering Network. I am back with another interesting topic. So in today's video, I'll be talking about 6 important tips for the design of RCC beam. So I use these tips personally and find it very helpful in the design of RCC beam. So in today's video, I will cover all these 6 useful tips for the RCC beam design. And if you watch this video till the end, then I am sure that you will be able to design an RCC slab as well. Before that, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, then please click on the subscribe button and also press the bell icon so that you will never miss a new video from Engineering Network. Okay, so today I will explain the 6 tips that are useful in the design of RCC beam. Now we all know that beam is an important structure component in a building construction, so it needs to be designed in a proper way so that it can support the slab and transfer the load to column safely. And for that you all need to know about these 6 important tips, okay? So let's start with tip number 1. So the tip number 1 is about the size of beam. The size of beam consists of 2 parameters. One is the depth and the other one is the width of the beam. So as per IS 456 specifications, the formula for the depth of the beam is equal to L by 16, where L is the effective span length of the beam. Now let me take an example here and I will show you how you can find out the depth of a beam, okay? So let's say I have a beam and its effective span length is 6000 mm or 6 meter. So in order to find out the depth for this particular beam, I will use the formula for depth of the beam and it is equal to L by 16. Here L is 6000 mm. So the depth of the beam is equal to 6000 divided by 16. And the depth for this particular beam will be equal to 375 mm, okay? So this is how you can easily find out the depth of the beam. And now let's talk about the width of the beam. So as per IS 456, it states that the depth of the beam is equal to 1.5 times the width of the beam. And if I rearrange this, then I will get this relation, which is width is equal to depth divided by 1.5. Here 1.5 is the factor of safety. So I can use this relation in order to find out the width of the beam. Here the depth is 375 mm. So the width will be equal to 375 divided by 1.5. And it will be equal to 250 mm. So now I can say that for a beam length of 6 meter, we need to provide a depth of 375 mm and width of 250 mm. And that's how, with the help of tip number 1, I can easily find out the depth and width of a particular beam. Now tip number 2 is about how much reinforcement or steel will be used in a beam. So IS 456 gives us the amount of percentage of steel for beam. So in beam, 4% steel will be used with the volume of the beam. Now let's take an example and see whether this tip number 2 actually works out or not. So let's say I have a beam and its length is 20 feet. And the depth of the beam is 18 inches and width is 15 inches, okay? So in order to find out the amount of reinforcement used in this particular beam, first I need to find out the volume of this beam, right? So the volume is equal to length into width into depth. Here length is 20 feet, width is 15 inches, which is equal to 1.25 feet. And depth is 18 inches and it is equal to 1.5 feet, right? Now by putting these values, I will get the volume of the beam and it is equal to 25 cubic feet. So the volume of this beam is 25 cubic feet. And now I am ready to actually calculate the amount of reinforcement. by using tip number 2, which states that 4% of steel will be used in the beam. So the quantity of steel is equal to 4 divided by 100 and then multiply it with the volume of the beam, which is equal to 25 cubic feet. Okay, and after doing all the necessary calculations, the quantity of steel will be equal to 1 cubic feet. Now this is the quantity of steel to be used in this particular beam, but if you notice here, it is in cubic feet, and in market you will not get steel in the form of cubic feet. You will get it in the form of kg or tons. Okay, so now let's convert this 1 cubic feet to kg, and we know that 1 cubic feet is equal to 490 pounds per cubic feet. Okay, so the quantity of steel will be equal to 490 pounds. Now also 1 pound is equal to 0.4535 kg, right? So the quantity of steel in kg will be equal to 490 pounds multiplied by 0.4535, and it will be equal to 222.21 kg. So now I can say that in this 20 feet long beam, 222.21 kg steel will be used. And this is how you can easily calculate the quantity of steel by using tip number 2. So now let's move forward and talk about tip number 3. So the tip number 3 is about the spacing between stirrups. So as per IS 456 specifications, the minimum spacing between stirrups should not be less than 200 mm or half of the effective depth of the beam, and you will select whichever value is less. So here in this beam the depth is 375 mm. Okay, so the spacing will be 375 divided by 2, and it will becomes 187.5 mm, which is less than 200 mm. So here I will take 187.5 mm, not 200 mm. Okay, and remember, if in case the spacing is greater than 200 mm, then you have to provide the spacing of 200 mm. Okay, now in tip number 4 I will be talking about concrete clear cover. So as per IS 456, for beam the concrete clear cover is 30 mm or less than the diameter of the steel bar. So let's say if the diameter of the main bar used in a beam is 12 mm, then the clear cover will also be 12 mm. And if in case the diameter of the main bar is greater than 30 mm, then you have to provide the clear cover of 30 mm in beam. Next is step number 5. So in tip number 5, I will be talking about the diameter of the main reinforcement and stirrups. So as per IS 456, in beam the minimum diameter of the steel bar that will be used is from number 4 to number 8, and the steel for stirrups will be number 3 diameter. Next is the tip number 6. So the tip number 6 is about finding out the number of stirrups. So the formula for the number of stirrups is length of the beam minus clear cover divided by spacing plus 1. So let's take an example here, and let's say I have a beam and its length is 6000 mm or 6 meter. The clear cover for the beam is 30 mm and the spacing is 200 mm. Okay, so I will put all these values in this formula, and after all the necessary calculations, I will get the number of stirrups, which is 21.9, and I will take 22 number of stirrups. So in this 6 meter long beam, 22 number of stirrups will be used. So these are the 6 important tips for the design of RCC beam. And I hope that this video will clear all your concept, and let me know in the comment section that which tip you find is more useful, and also tell me if there is other tips that I have missed in this lecture. And if you find this video informative, then please like this video, share it, and subscribe to my channel, and also press the bell icon so that you will never miss a new video from Engineering Network. See you in the next video.